What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I made thoughts. Number one most MLG Call of Duty gaming athlete in the world, baby. Yeah. Glad you all are dropping on by once again. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, maybe you do know, maybe you're not knowing. If you're a gamer, into gaming, then you'd heard about, know about a few years ago, this Dean Takahashi, I believe his last name is, Dean, the old Takahashi, when he tried to play Cuphead. You guys remember him trying to play Cuphead, and he's couldn't do it at all, and he's horrible, which wouldn't be that big of a deal because, you know, not all of us are most MLG Call of Duty gaming athletes like your Shirley thoughts, you know, some of us suck like Drifter. But yeah, he's a game journalist, and his job's to talk about games, play games. He gets to play games early, he gets early access, and he writes reviews on them, which wouldn't be a big deal, right? Really, you know, for most people, but he's absolutely horrendous. He's worse than a blind kid with probably cerebral palsy trying to play video games. That's so bad he's at video games, but this is his job. And today, ladies and gentlemen, the saga continues with the most pitiful display of gaming once again by Dean Takahashi. And you know, not to troll the dude, because apparently, you know, people who have talked to him behind the scenes, you know, when it doesn't have to do with talking about games or playing games, but just talk to him on the phone. He's apparently a really nice guy and pleasant and not a mean-spirited dude or nothing like that. He is just really utterly has a job that maybe he shouldn't have. You know, he's just horrible at gaming. But the saga continues today because the gameplay you're seeing behind you of this new Doom, that's new Doom. That's not the old Doom, that's new Doom. And this is the beta, the intro, the tutorial that he was playing. This is his gameplay. So the gameplay behind you isn't going to be alpha male MLG styles. It's going to be what one would call retarded. Very retarded gameplay. Horrible gameplay. And that's what is happening with Dean Takahashi. This is Cuphead all over again. The dude could not even pass the tutorial of Doom Eternal, the new Doom, which looks awesome. But this wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Like I said, if he wasn't a game journalist. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure a game journalist should know how to play games if he's going to cover games and talk about them and, you know, review them and get early access to play them. The equivalent of Dean for another profession, as far as I can tell, would be a guy or girl, because equality, ladies and gentlemen, but a person whose job is to review cars, who doesn't have a driver's license and suffers from cataracts, and perhaps maybe is paralyzed, and suffers from dismemberment from a horrible war accident in Vietnam, who got hit in the head with a baseball bat during a softball scrimmage when they were staying too close to the guy who was warming up, and walked in front of him and got hit in the head, and suffers perhaps maybe seizures on occasion and blacks out and falls asleep, you know, just at random points, who suffers from hemorrhoids as well, who can't sit for long periods of time. That's how I'm equating this Dean dude to the profession of other people. It's kind of silly, man. Like, this guy is hilarious. Not only is he not really good at, one would say, like, you know, gaming and playing video games, even though that's his job per se, his take on games as well and how he reports on them leaves a lot to be desired. Like, his reviews on games are pretty bad. For example, because he was so horrible at Doom Eternal and didn't know how to play the game, and like you said, the gameplay behind you as you're watching, the dude couldn't figure out the tutorial. He said the game was too hard. This is too difficult. Cuphead, same thing, you couldn't pass the tutorial. Even though a 4-year-old who suffered from a birth defect with poor vision could pass the tutorial of Cuphead. Later on, the game gets difficult, but the tutorial was passed actually by a child who was about 4 years old with visual impairment due to a birth defect, and that kid passed the tutorial. And Dean's not like trolling. He's not out here trying to get attention. I mean, I don't think the guy wants to get attention for, you know, sucking this bad a video game that he looks like as if he suffers from some kind of, you know, disability, mental and physical. And unfortunately, his disability doesn't stop there when it comes to just playing games. It comes to his reviewing of games. He is one of the famous journalists when Modern Warfare was showcased at E3, the single-player game, behind scenes to gaming journalists. He was there. I don't know why. God, I mean, if this dude gets a job in journalism, kids, and can cover video games, even though the dude doesn't even know how to play video games, you guys should feel pretty good about yourself and your future prospects of being able to find employment in this world. I mean, holy God. Anyway, sorry. He was one of the journalists who was invited out to watch and see the early gameplay of Modern Warfare 2019. And he is one of the dudes that said, like, oh my God, this game is too visceral and too violent and it's really disturbing. And I really don't think these should be in the game. And I really don't agree with it. And, this is really a dark road that Activision and Infinity Ward in gaming is going down. I understand it is realistic to the actual terrors and horrors of games. But for me, it's just too much to take. And I'm paraphrasing him there as well. And I don't mean to pick on this guy, but dude, I think you're up for criticism and videos like this when your job is, covering video games and you put it on the internet and you give reviews and are critical of games. I think it's only fair that people like me can be critical of him and the fact that the guy wouldn't be able to find his asshole if he had a map when it comes to gaming. I mean, just saying, just keep it a real pack and steel. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, subscribe for 8 thoughts, you know what I'm saying, dude? So, yeah, bro, this guy, Takahashi, sucks at games and once again is the butt of all jokes on the internet. Videos flying up everywhere. Also, I should note, I forgot to even mention, he took it down. This time he took the Doom gameplay down and his review while he was doing it because it was so bad. As you can see behind you, the gameplay is his behind him, and it's fair use, and you're allowed to reuse it. NDAs are not being sent out by anyone who played Doom or Doom Eternal. They just throw it up there. The company owns the gameplay, and it's everywhere on the internet, but this is his gameplay in the background. And, so now he, once again, is the butt of jokes, and I feel bad for the guy, but I don't feel for the bad for the guy. This is his job. This is what he does, and if he sucks is bad at it and he criticizes our stuff, you know what? He should be open for criticism too. Just saying. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you had yourself a good little laugh. I mean, my God, this gameplay in the background, isn't it hilarious? Looks like it makes Darkside Phil look like a pro gamer. So anyways, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the video. My name's 8 Thoughts. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm going to get out of here. You all be cool. Stay in school. Look both ways for crossing the street. Stay no to drugs. And last but not least, and most importantly, stay black. Don't the hard cracker on the shake your building the hard friend came to land Georgia don't try to think even worse college flag and fake all Georgia the hooks for the fathers gay white man. Bring it down.